I am Marcus James Dixon with Gold Derby, and we are here with quite possibly the most entertaining alliance in Survivor history.
Love
Yam Yam, Carolyn, Carson, aka the Tika Three, aka the Three Stooges. Lots of names. Welcome everybody. How's everyone doing?
Oh my God, thank you so much, Marcus. It's amazing to see them. I haven't seen these guys in so long. I'm so happy you made us be here together.
I know. I'm upset I didn't get the purple memo. I see everyone else is wearing purple. Like, what was
Well,
where
you
did
got it
that?
a year ago. You're gonna be world for forever. I don't know why you forgot today.
I was
Ah,
gonna say every time if there's like something where it's like Survivor or we're meeting, I feel like we wear purple.
oh, I wear purple everywhere. The only reason I don't have it is because I'm on vacation and like I don't have my normal wardrobe. Otherwise, I'd be in purple.
Yeah.
Well, first things first, I want to start with the well-deserved Emmy nomination. It has been 17 years since Survivor was last nominated for Best Competition Program. And to put that into perspective, Carson, you were just 4 years old the last time this
Damn.
happened.
Wow. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about
Baby.
that. Like I
Yeah.
keep thinking the number. I know like they've been nominated or we've been nominated for like, like editing or something like that, but like or hosts, but to be nominated for like best reality program. I remember Jam Jam said, Jeff, we're gonna get that Emmy nomination, and Jeff laughed it
Yeah.
off. And it happened. I was like, what?
I
It's
remember
so
that.
cool. Yeah.
Did you say that on the island?
Yes, I was like, Jeff, we're
Yes.
gonna get an Emmy again. Yes, we're gonna make you win, and this is what we're going for. So let's
Yeah,
make
he
do it.
He literally laughed it
Happen.
off, like, and we were like, Jam was serious. And look, Jam, I tell you, Jam literally manifests stuff. He manifested he would win. He wrote it down. He manifested he would get the Emmy.
Yeah, I
And
didn't even know. I did not even know that it had been that long. So it's just because of course we all like love the show. So it's like I just had no idea it had been that long. So
I think Survivor won back in the day when it wasn't really a reality show nomination. It was like real programming, like documentary form or something, and then it never won. I think best reality show. When it started, it was Amazing Race, Amazing Race, Amazing Race, and then
Right.
it was other shows. Yeah, Survivor. This is gonna be a first.
and Jeff Probst, the
Bring
great
us
Jeff,
back.
he won 4 times in a row for Best Host.
The
So
best.
I'm sure he
the
loves
first four.
showing his trophies to everybody. Well, Jam Jam, huge congratulations on your $1 million win and the title of Sole Survivor. Has it all sunk in yet? I know you filmed it a long time ago, but tell us what you're thinking.
I think, like you said, it's been like that was like June of 2022. So I think the biggest part was holding the secret. But now that everybody got to see the story and how did it happen, and we got to see what all of us were thinking, because even though we share our thoughts, we couldn't see it until we saw it on the screen. It sinks in, but in a way that it's like a chapter that is closed and we can move on and enjoy what's gonna come after. Because when we didn't see the episodes and people didn't know, it was like the expectation of how it's gonna be received, how people are gonna think about it. And now that everything has happened, like all of us are doing good things in our own way, and our life has changed in many good ways or bad ways or surprising ways, but it's still good.
And what do you plan on doing with the money?
I don't know. I have it in a bank account. I haven't spent one penny, but I think everybody's saying like property, I don't know. Maybe it's a good idea. I just find the right thing. I need to talk with my friends about, what do they suggest? Maybe I buy a new house. I don't know.
Maybe you got. You live on an island.
Yeah, I don't like, I'm not really, this is something that might surprise people. I'm not a beach person. So even though I grew up in Puerto Rico, it's not my favorite activity, and we were in Survivor, but it's not, I love the city. I love buildings. I love life. I love parties. I love restaurants. Like being in the middle of the water, not my
I
best
had no idea. That's the first time that I would have thought you loved it because you were like all with the water, one with the water.
We had no option.
Yeah.
Right. We were kind of trapped there.
Yeah. Make the best.
And Carolyn and Carson, even though you did not win the $1 million, you did earn a special money award from superfan Sia, and so did Lauren. And I saw some photos online last week. Did Sia actually invite you to her house? Please give us all of the details.
Yeah, which we like, when they say, and first of all, when we were surprised with the money, and then I actually see her face, first of all, I was not even expecting it. And then the next day, after the finale airs, and then she comes on the screen, I thought like, this can't be real. This isn't happening. Because as you know, like people don't get the Sia Award until usually like a week or two after. So I wasn't expecting it at all. So it was like, what? And then I remember her saying, and I want you to come to my Love Fest, or is that what she said?
Yeah.
And even then I'm like, no, like, yeah, she's saying that, but it's not gonna happen. And when it happened and we got the email, like Sia won, I couldn't believe it. I thought like, oh, so you just, everything about it, like it's crazy. Like you're there, you see her face to face, and she's so kind and so amazing. Like she is, who does that type of thing? You know, it's like she's amazing, and just how generous she is. And she's such a great person, and it was so fun. Like,
Yeah,
Carson,
she invited our families out there, and I mean, for me, like, okay, I like my favorite show on television was Survivor, and my favorite singer was Sia. And so to like almost get the opportunity to go and like meet the people who create it and for the show, and then also people get to meet Sia. Oh my gosh, it's like been the best year of my entire life. Or best month too. I'm so, I literally, it's even crazier. Like me and Carolyn and Lauren walked into that party with our families because she invited them too, and we're like, do we belong here? Like there's Melissa McCarthy right over there. Like all these like famous people, like, oh my gosh, I'm still kind of like, whoa, that was a lot, but it was so much fun. And she is so welcoming and made us feel welcome. And like, even the fact that I can text her now, I'm like, what is life? I don't even know.
And too, it's like, we always tell people like, so when we would do all those when we would go to all the when we would go to the watch parties, okay, I love my lighting. Okay, anyway, we would go to all these watch parties, and people would meet us and they'd be like, oh my God. And it's like, we are just people. And I'm not saying I'm on the level of Sia, but I would always say like, we're just people. And then going there, and it's like, I had to keep saying like, they're just people too. But it's like, it's such a, I can't even explain it, Carson. Like, what is that?
I mean, I was just waiting to see her. Yeah, I was just waiting to see her chandelier. It is as amazing as the song. So yeah, incredible.
Well, we live in an era where not every comment on social media is always positive. How do you each deal with negative or hateful posts? Do you ignore them? Do you fight back? Like, what advice do you have, especially for younger people?
Can I say this? Can I talk first?
No, yeah, you go.
Okay, as I'm like, okay, for me, I have my casting person, Penny, I have so much, she helped me prepare so much before the show even started. Like, Carolyn, you can't give don't give all the positive comments, or what is it, Chris? So if you give all the positive comments, feel like it's going to hurt with the negative. And I am not kidding. And Carson helped me with this, where block, which he learned from Marianne, like you can block certain words so you don't even see them. So I'm, blocking crackhead, ugly, old ass, or like a bunch of like random words that I wouldn't see. And it really helped. And me, I wouldn't, my dad just put Carson's pillow right in front of me. I never would search my name ever. And I couldn't keep up with like messages like that, just stopped. But like, I would never go online and like search. I wouldn't go on Reddit. There were certain like areas that, what's that other really bad one? Survivor Sucks. Heck no, but I never would search my name. And I would go on and I would respond as much as I could. But like the negative comments would come, and I probably cried like twice. But it was always like I would accidentally see them. I never like went to search what other people think of me or I saw all of the positive, but it wasn't, it was like, for me, if I go and read what people are saying, I'm going to then, if they say something mean, I'm going to change something about myself. And then I am going to try to be something to fit whatever I think that they want me to be. And then I'm not even authentic. Does that make sense? So I would like, let's say someone's like, Carolyn talks too loud. And then I'll be like, hi, I'm Carolyn. I would be like changing due to everything. No, and that's way too exhausting. So I just stayed away from it as much as I could. I would post, but I wouldn't read like what do
Post
they
and
think
Ghost.
about it?
Yeah.
Post
What?
and Ghost.
Yes.
Personally, like, I think like I definitely struggled with that at first, but then I would like text the two of them and like they'd be like supporting me and like sending me like nice messages and be like reminding me like know who you are. And like so I think like lean on people that you know and love, like your friends and family. And so that was something that helped me through it, was to not try to find value from what people were saying online, but to find it through the people that I know love me regardless of what happens. And so and there was definitely positives too, but I mean, social media is a risk, and I think like it's a risky behavior, and when it's like consuming alcohol, it's a risky behavior. There's consequences if you do too much, whatever. So there is that fine balance. So I don't know, like I feel like for me it was just like as long as I held true to like those people around me and got their love and support, that's what pushed me through. And like Carolyn said, don't read it, Post and Ghost.
Knowing who you are, but knowing who you are, because if you don't know who you are, then it's just gonna be like, oh, and like, and then you change verse. Oh gosh, so it's just but it's hard, and a lot of people they spend so much time, and then they adjust what they say to. That is exhausting, but you really have to. I don't even want to say have a thick skin, but just know who you are and be okay with who you are, because you can post and do it, and it's like, yeah, who cares?
And it's confidence that you, if you're saying like as an advice to anybody that goes into the game, if you have that confidence already in the game and you believe in what you did and you believe in who you are, you can push through anything. I know it's hard. Carolyn and Carson got way more hate than I did, so I know it was easier for me.
Did I?
But I mean, I think people did not understood you, and they made these all ideas about you that it's not true. So of course that was not.
What did they? I can't even remember. I know, like,
I mean, the stuff that you just said, like that's like I didn't get. I don't know. Maybe they were afraid I was gonna beat their ass, and that's why they didn't say it.
They do.
You're like the Godfather.
Like, did I?
If someone votes for you, you kick them right off.
Go for me. You're dead.
And speaking of supporting each other, there's that moment in the finale, Jam, where you teach Carson how to build the fire. And how did it ever occur to you that, what if there's a scenario where the two of you have to build fire and you're teaching him how to beat you? Or did that just not, enter your brain?
I've gotten a lot of those questions after, and everybody follows the question, well, what with even Jeff, like, well, you knew you were gonna beat him even if you teach him. I was like, of course. But I mean, even at that point when it happened, I wasn't thinking about that. And I said it in the screen, like it shows that it's just like, if that's the end for me, then that's it. But it's not about the game for me anymore. It's not like when you're in an island with no phone, with no family, with nothing, with no food, no distraction, not safe space, and the people that are around you, Carolyn and Carson, and there were also others, become the most important thing in your life, and you see them like they're hurting, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't know. I know Carolyn wanted me out, but it's okay if Carson
wanted me out too. That was the thing. We were this dysfunctional family that like really did. It was like a family playing a board game. Like you really do love the person that you're playing with, but you will backstab them too. But I felt like that was something that separated our alliance from a lot of alliances, is that we truly did care about each other. And like just Jam's moment where he helped me was showed that it wasn't just a game. It was we really were friends, and like it went beyond the game. And I think it's very true in our own lives how we all hang out and get along. And so
a lot of that support sorry, Carson, a lot of that support also was with me and Carolyn. It's just that some of the stuff that Carolyn and I would talk about that we didn't help with each other, we tried to do it when the cameras were either a little bit farther away or something, because it was more personal stuff. So we would find supporting each other in a way that was extremely important. And because we didn't do it in front of people, I don't know if that's why it wasn't shown as much, but I don't even think people, even though people knew we love each other, they underestimated the amount of trust and love we had for each other.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious, if Carson, you were on the jury, you voted for Yam Yam. What if Yam Yam, let's say you were on the jury, have you already thought about this? Who would you have voted for? Would it have been one of your two?
If it was Heidi, Carolyn, and Carson?
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, I would have waited for people to talk and see how it happened. It would have been probably Carson or Carolyn, definitely, because those were the two I saw their game, and I think they were there. they played with me, so we played the best game. That's why we got where we got. So I would have to see what Carolyn said. You know, in the jury, I knew I would have, like Carson did, like ask questions that resonated with what Carolyn did. So I would, in a way, ask them in a way that the jury that didn't play with Carolyn would have known what I saw. You know, because that's why I said always that I wanted Carolyn out, because I saw Carolyn's game before the jury, before the merge, and I saw Carolyn's head when she wasn't loud and crazy. So I thought she was gonna be like I say, like at the end of the day, she's gonna like take her mask off and be like all this like professional like business, but which she can be, but she didn't show it to them at the end. But I would have tried to prompt her into doing that, and I would have think people would have seen something different.
And Carolyn, same question. Let's say you were on the jury. Would you have picked Yam Yam?
You would have voted for Carson, obviously.
I think it really. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
It's hard. That's a hard. It is. I know. Like, yeah, it would have been between Yam Yam or Carson. This isn't me just like loving them both and having a hard time answering. Carson, Yam, you did such a good job with your final tribal. I know Carson would have been like, blah, 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 blah. You know how you talk. You speak so well. And we both. I said that to Yam. I'm like, he speaks so well. But you so did you. And you had that like lovable. Not that Carson, you weren't lovable, but the relationship stuff. I always said to Yam, like, you did what I wanted to do but couldn't. I said that, like, he was the loud one, but he was lovable versus me. I was like, oh. So I always have said, Yam, you did what I couldn't and wanted to. But it's hard because they both have their strength. And I remember even listening to Yam as he was speaking, I'm like, oh my, like, and I just crumbled.
Laugh, yeah.
Yes, like it was good. So I can't answer it. I'm sorry.
Well, we are almost out of time. I have some rapid fire questions. Are you all excited to see Bruce on Survivor 45, your old Tika tribe mate?
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Bruce is so amazing. I'm so happy to see that he was on it and saw the preview, and I look forward to see him do what he could have done with us, because at the beginning I thought I was gonna play with him, you know, like as a partner. So it's gonna be cool to see him, like, you know, do it.
And he's wearing that purple shirt again, isn't he?
I hope. We saw the promo. We're like, go Bruce, carry on the Tika tribe. We want to be the best tribe ever.
Wasn't he wearing his same purple like button up?
I think it was like the same shirt, but a little like light blue is what I think it was.
Okay, but the same like button up. Like, no.
And besides season 44, I'm wondering, do you each have a favorite season and a favorite winner of all time?
Ooh. My favorite season's Gabon 17, weird choice, I know. My favorite winner? Ooh, I love Sarah Diaz-Twine. Oh, I can't. I love her.
Queen.
The Queen, yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, actually, wait. Oh my gosh, Yam Yam, duh. Sorry, I'm talking about excluding my own season. Yam Yam's definitely my favorite winner. Sorry, I just want to put that out there.
I think my favorite seasons is Hero versus Villain as a returning season. I freaking love it. And Sandra in that season. I love Sandra, Parvati, and Seri. I have them all in the same level for me. It's like the same, so it's hard to say something different.
And Carolyn,
my turn.
Yeah,
mine's Gabon too, because I love the crazy, and that's one that I can watch. I can watch it again and again. I don't mind, like, it's funny and I'm laughing and it's just like, what the heck? But I also don't think I ever could have played at that time. Like, I would have been crying even more than I'm cried this last time. People were mean back then. And my favorite winner is Todd. It has to be Todd. I love Todd.
I love that too. Yeah.
And final question, if there's any Emmy voters watching us right now, what is something you would like to tell them?
Vote for us. Of course.
Please. I mean, we want to bring the title back to the Survivor team.
Yes, I haven't done any show. Obviously, I haven't done anything else, but I have to say that when you're voting for the best something, you have to take into account all of it components, right? Yeah. So some people just vote because they like the characters, and I think season 44 had amazing characters. Some people think they want to vote for the best host, and Jeff is an amazing host, and the stuff that he does is on the fly. It's like right there. He doesn't like practice anything. Like what you see is what you get, like point blank. It's super impressive. And some people vote because it's a pretty set, and Survivor is gorgeous. It has the best production. The amount of care they have for pre-contestants and after, I think it goes above and beyond than any other show. There's always space for growth, but I mean, it's amazing what they do for us and the amount of stuff they actually care about the contestants. So it's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you all so much for speaking with us today. Best of luck at the Emmys, and we will see you next time.